coming through checking on some things. Look at that beautiful corn. Ooh. Man, if you guys hadn't seen it, I don't know if this makes a difference. It's gotten really tall. I just put some black cow down here. Thanks to my husband, he ran and picked me up some, so I could give it some extra nutrients down here. But I wanted to take a look at these beans real quick because I saw some of them struggling, but it looks like they are doing just fine right here. The beans are doing good, y'all. Nice and big. It's a couple of them that kind of fell off a little bit, but that's okay. Overall, they're doing excellent. Excellent, excellent. See his little babies here. This is my butternut squash. It's doing its thing. It's not growing as fast as last year, but it's there. My little pepper that keeps on giving. I got 2 peppers on here. I need to come and get those. There's some more coming. That little plant just won't quit. I wanted to check on my flowers. That's actually why I came out here, and to see how a couple of little seeds are doing. It looks like my zinnias are about ready to give me my first zinnia. Look at that. There's another one there coming. Excellent. The other little wildflower seeds I threw out here, I don't know. It looks like maybe something's coming right there. I have to pull these little weeds out. I'm not doing it now. I don't have any gloves on, but that looks like something. Oh, in case you're wondering, the tomato plant is gone. I have a replacement for it. I went ahead and just harvested the last tomatoes that were on there. The heat, y'all, it's actually pretty chilly out here this morning, but this hot and cold thing that we got going on right now in lovely zone 9B in Florida, yeah, it burnt this whole thing up, and I had nothing to cover it at the time because I took the shade off of it because, you know, we were in some decent weather. No, it burnt it up, y'all. Burnt it. So I harvested the last 2 tomatoes that you guys saw, if you did see it, and I took them out of here. All right, so what's going on over here? We have our watermelon. It looks like it's acclimating pretty well. So these were my seedlings. I came to check out here to see how they were doing because I moved them. I had them covered up for the first couple of days. This one, I don't know. It might still do something, I'm not sure. But these look like they're doing pretty okay. All right, so that's that. Now, the seeds I had down here for my okra, I got a few. There's some more hidden in here, and I don't know if they're gonna come up or not. I may have to drop some more, but this was supposed to be all okra, and this used to be my compost right here, guys. I don't know if you remember this spot. So I'm just making it, since it's nice and fertile, I wanted to make this an area where I know that the watermelon will do successful this time and that the okra will do well here. So basically, if you draw a line through here, I have nothing but watermelon over here and then okra over here, and then my replacement tomato plant, I'm gonna stick it there because I did put a couple of seeds here in hopes that it would just come on back through here. But my replacement plant, I'm gonna show you it in just a second, but I want to check on these babies to see how everything's doing. Looks like the watermelon is acclimating just fine, so I'm not too worried about that, and we'll see how it does there. My other zinnia, I don't see any flower buds on it yet, but it's getting big, and it looks like I got a little bit of pest issue here. I'm gonna have to examine that later and see what's going on with that, but so far so good. I think this was a zinnia too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty doggone sure. Okay, and then what I thought was gone is coming back. So this is okra. This was the okra area, and everything got burnt up. And I showed you guys before, and in case you didn't see, the okra seeds I had planted here before, these are them. The sun was so bad over here that it literally burnt them up. Like, it was so bad. But this one made it. It fought through and made its way. So that's a keeper. All right, now our cantaloupe looks like it's having a fighting chance here. I might get my first couple of flowers here soon. It's doing pretty okay. Now, welcome to the family. This is our new tomato transplant. I know y'all, but I told y'all, listen, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. I need help with this because my first tomatoes, this was originally a tomato area here. Due to the heat on this side of the house, as I'm learning in this growing season, because last year was my first full season of growing, it gets extremely hot over here. So I have shade cloth and I have some other things. So I'm going to have to put some stakes out here and put those things into play before we get into summer, or we will not have any more tomatoes. The tomato plant that we had that lovely, lovely harvest from, that was volunteer. Okay. And I let it go ahead and do its thing. I protected it and it was very well. So now that we're on a rebound, I'm still going to go ahead and use that area over there because I believe we have something coming over there. I went ahead and got me a plant. But I told you guys I want a beefsteak, so this is my beefsteak plant. I did not have any seeds for this. Okay, so I went ahead and purchased this. It looks pretty good. Looks very healthy. I watered it because it looked a little dry when I got it yesterday. So I brought it over here so I can get used to the temperature. However, this shade cloth is coming down this afternoon. I'm just, out here this morning just checking for things. And we're going to let it go ahead and have a family set it up here. Looks like it's 2 plants, so we might do well with that. Another thing that's also been a struggle in my garden, no shame on me, that's just the way it is out here, is peppers. So I took the liberty to go ahead and get 2. I have a sweet pepper here, and then I have a gypsy pepper here. All right, so those are the 2 things I added to the garden because those have been a struggle. And like I said, no fault of my own. That's just a struggle out here. I have to now to understand how the temperature works in my garden, where the sun is and where things get the most heat. We're gonna capitalize on that this growing season. So that's what's going on. That's what's new, and that's what's going on. The volunteer avocado is still doing pretty okay. It's looking kind of lemony lime, so I'm probably gonna try to up pot this. I'm scared to touch it. Because every time I take one out of there, other than the brilliant avocado tree that had all the stamina and is doing its thing over here, this one, I'm trying to let it get to be a little bit bigger so we can make some moves with it and see how we're going to do with that. So we'll see. One other thing I want to check on, speaking of avocado, look at this thing, it's getting massive. I want to check on the aphid situation over here on my peppers. Check that real quick, and then I'm going to see how those onions are doing on the other side. It looks like there's a little white fly right there, but not an infestation. They're going to come and go, guys, but you got to make sure you check under these leaves and see how things are. It looks very clear from the last time I was out here. I see a little bit of something right there, but I'll come and take care of that this evening. Okay, I see a couple right there. See that? They always try to make their way back through here, and something is nibbling on my radish. Now look at this radish. I didn't come out here for that, but look at the radish. Goodness sakes. Whew. I just put some black cow down there. Yeah, Swiss chard too. And it's just doing its thing, honey. It really is. I think I see maybe my first set of buds here. So the peppers are coming, y'all. That is a chocolate scotch bonnet. So I just wanted to see how it was doing. Nothing spectacular. Oh, let me empty some of this water out of here. I have got to take this potato out of this pot or it's gonna drown. So, real quick. Ooh, it's wet. Look at this poor little marigold over here. I'm gonna have to pull that up because it looks like we have competition over here. I could find a home for it because the other one looks like it's not going to do well over there. We'll see. All right, these seeds are just about ready, y'all. I saw some beads on this one yesterday. just passed it through. I just came out here to water some things. And I just happened to see the bees out here, so I didn't come over here to check on the onions because the bees were buzzing. But let's see what's happening here. Oh, look at that. Holy Toledo, it worked, y'all. I don't know. I hope this is not a dream. Look at that from the bowl. Well, would you look at that? We might actually get some garlic this time. But anyway, look at these. That's nice. I don't see that all of them came up. There's still some that's missing in here, but at any rate, we got onions coming. All right, so the plan is to get my other grow bed over here and actually plant bunching onions, like the big onion. So this looks good. All right, y'all. I didn't want nothing. I just came out here to give y'all a little, look-see of things that are going on out here. What's happening. Just a quick little view. And to say good morning. Do well. Oh, one more thing. I got a partner for my other time. So the one that I got here, this is the one I brought a couple weeks ago. Remember how small it was? So me just cutting on it is getting wild and crazy, as it should. Lovely. Love that, right? So I got this one yesterday. You can see the difference. Look how green mine is versus what just came from the little nursery. So what I'm going to do with this is obviously nurture it, give it some good loving and food and things like that, and have these in two separate areas where I have time on one side and on the other. Also, our nursery bought basil is doing excellent. Look at this, y'all. Remember how little this thing was? Oh my gosh. All I've been doing is just giving it a little bit of love, a little bit of, I think I gave it some black cow. I put something in here, black cow or something, and it just sprung up nice and juicy. I love it. My hands smell good. So this is our sweet basil. It's lovely, y'all. Oh, it's beautiful. So that's it. That's just a little quick garden update. That's it. So, oh, and just, we got to keep walking by these beauties. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. They're doing good. But anyway, just want to tell y'all good morning. Yep. Happy day. And oh, let me give you this pretty view before the bees come on this side. They are always on the other side. This is my favorite place in the garden.